Fans, from the coin toss to the final quarter, stay refreshed with an ice-cold Coca-Cola as you cheer on the Raiders. Just head to the concession stand and grab the perfect refreshment to share with fellow fans. Share a Coke with a teammate, a rival, or friend this season. Thank you for choosing Pulaski Coca-Cola. It's time to load up on the best snacks and some delicious ice-cold Coke for all your game day guests. Nothing tastes like everyone you love and everything you like coming together. Coca-Cola. Together, taste better.
May Oil Company, a four-generation family-owned business, is a supplier of fuel products and specialty lubricants serving Pulaski, Giles County, and southern Middle Tennessee from our offices and warehouse at 619 South 4th Street, Pulaski. May Oil Company is also a proud supporter of Giles County Bobcat and Richland Raiders sports. May Oil Company, supporting our Middle Tennessee community.
GMC. There are amazing red tag deals throughout our lot. Just look for the red hang tags and windows to find the very best deals in our inventory, like the Black Widow Edition Silverado 1500 RST with $12,000 off, or the 2025 Corvette E-Ray with over $14,000 in rebates. Many more great deals with thousands off on 2025 trucks. Swing through or visit our website, murraychevrolet.com, for all the info.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into beautiful Lynchburg, Tennessee, home of Jack Daniels, and tonight, home of the District 9A tournament, as the Richland Lady Raiders will take on the Cornersville Lady Bulldogs for the District 9A championship. I'm Mark Mize, joined tonight by Jennifer Hawkins. Jennifer, it's been a great start to the postseason. All four teams in the county are playing for district championships in the next 2 days. The Lady Bobcats playing versus Lawrence County over in Tullahoma tonight. But here in Lynchburg, we've got the Battle of Buford Station, a little bit to the east of where we're used to having it, Richland versus Cornersville.
Yeah, Buford Station has transferred just a bit down the road here to Moore County. So we have made the trek over again, Mark, and we'll be back again tomorrow night for the boys' action, which will also be Richland versus Cornersville matchup. So we'll get a lot of Battle of Buford Station renditions going this season, as these Lady Raiders are meeting up with the Lady Bulldogs yet again, as they are battling for the district championship. So a lot on the line for both teams tonight. You want to walk away with the win, that championship title, but you also want to walk away with a little bit of that pride that you beat your kind of down-the-road rival, and so it should be a good matchup. Very full gym here tonight for these championship matchups. We saw in action just a bit ago, Moore County did beat Fayetteville City in the consolation bracket, but right now we're going to shift our focus to our matchup that we are bringing you tonight, these Lady Raiders as they take on the Lady Bulldogs of Cornersville.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the last time these two teams played. Remember, they kind of played for a district championship to end the regular season, as Richland was one game up in the standings, but had to go to Cornersville and pick up a win there to win the regular season outright. They went in there. They were up 30-4 early in the third quarter. They won that one 52-26. Mary Avery McNeese, Bailey Blair, Bailey Hollis, huge scoring nights. Basically anyone in a Lady Raider jersey had a good defensive night, and really just the most complete game we've probably seen from the Lady Raiders all season long, Jennifer.
Yeah, I agree. I think it just came down to, we've talked about the defense of the Lady Raiders all season, just a suffocating defense. I mean, they create mayhem on that defensive end, and I think it really just took Cornersville completely out of their rhythm, and they didn't know what to do up against such a stellar defense. But we're hoping for more of the same tonight. You're going to kind of see from tip-off who's going to control the tempo, the pace, who's going to take charge of the game from the beginning. That's, I think, how this game's going to be decided.
Of course, Richland 20-3 on the year. I believe Cornersville is, if I'm not mistaken, 24-4, I believe. I was about to say, I'll have to check that out. But if nothing else, they've had a great season in their own right, but 2 of their 4 losses have come versus these Lady Raiders. Richland will see if they can make it 3 in a row here this season versus Cornersville and claim that district title game here tonight in Lynchburg. And so we're about to get the starting lineups here as both teams are lining up. Should be another great one, but we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. Be back with our starters, our opening tips, and by the end of the night, a district champion here in Lynchburg. So back in 1 minute here on KSR Sports.
This is Mike Keith for Winterburn and Associates Insurance. Winterburn Insurance is a full-service insurance agency, meaning they can help you with virtually every kind of personal insurance. Keep them in mind for auto, home, life, and health. Winterburn and Associates Insurance has been serving Giles County and the surrounding area for nearly 70 years, so they truly are a trusted choice. Get a quote online at winterburninsurance.com or call 363-8638. Winterburn and Associates Insurance, proud members of the Insurers of Tennessee.
Hey, buddy, why the throwback uniform?
Well, boys, you see, it's to celebrate the glory days, the pride, the passion, the tradition.
Wow, what could be better than wearing a throwback uniform on game day?
How about throwing back a green and gold citrusy Sundrop soda in a throwback bottle while wearing my throwback uniform on game day?
The pride, the passion, the tradition.
Throwback a green and gold Sundrop today.
And we're back here with our starting lineups between the Richland Lady Raiders and the Cornersville Lady Bulldogs. District championship bout here in Lynchburg. As Jennifer mentioned a moment ago, Moore County won the third place game over Fayetteville City. But now it's time for the district championship match. Looking at your starters first for Cornersville, you'll have Camille Franklin, Anna Marie Cooper, Emma Kate Donovan, Abigail Finley, and Sarah Kate Walker, the same 5 starters we saw last time out. Jennifer, if you don't mind, get the Lady Raiders starting lineup.
All right, that hadn't even been called out, Mark, but I'm going to
I think you
prognosticate
know.
that it's the 5 we've been seeing all season. Of course, it's going to be Elizabeth Gordon, Bailey Hollis, Bailey Blair, Mary Avery McNeese, and Kate Kirk getting the go action from the tip-off. And I'm going to take it one step further. I'm going to bet Mary Avery McNeese will do the tip-off. So let's see if we can be right on these, Mark.
I would venture you will. She'll probably be up against Camille Franklin. It's almost like we've seen this game
a few
twice
times
before this year.
No, yeah, that's all it is, folks. We are not really that on top of things. Well, Mark is, but for those that know Jennifer, like she's doing good to remember her own name sometimes. But well, look at that. What do you know?
Exactly
McNeese
right, Jennifer.
against Franklin.
So
Here we
are
go,
ready,
round 3.
ready to get this one underway. District championship on the line here tonight. And tomorrow we'll have more of the same. Richland versus Cornersville on the boys' side. We'll be playing for the title there as well. And so we are ready to get things underway. Camille Franklin, Mary Avery McNeese, Chris Bledsoe,
Sir
local
Sam.
legend, will have the opening tip.
I'm
The
sure
tip
he would
is
love
won
that.
by Abigail Finley and the Cornersville Bulldogs. Franklin tipped it into the backcourt to Finley. Bulldogs have the first possession. They'll kick. Driving now is Cooper. Cooper working it around up top. It's Sarah Kate Walker. They kick. Ooh, a little bit outside the outstretched hands there of Cooper, and that's going to be a turnover. First of the night, Lady Raider basketball.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, it's just some of these nerves, I think, when you're playing for a district title. You have to remember these are still teenagers, so they got to shake some of these nerves off and see if they can just kind of settle into your game. We're going to see if the Lady Raiders can do that offensively.
A little more pressure, I think, than we saw last team from the Cornersville defense. They've changed things up. They get down low to Kate Kirk. Kirk through a double team. Kirk tries to feed it off to Hollis, and then we're going to have a tie-up possession arrow in favor of the Lady Raiders.
Yes, because Cornersville won that original tip-off, and so that possession arrow will change over. So Lady Raiders going to reset their offense.
They get into Kate Kirk. Kirk will drive. She loses it, though. It's stolen by Emma Kate Donovan, and then Kirk commits the foul.
A little bit of reach in on that lost ball, trying to recover what got away from her. And so quickly, not even a minute ticking off the clock, and one foul on the board for the Lady Raiders against Kate Kirk.
Well, you know, you've seen Richland with his full court press versus Cornersville the last couple of times here, showing more pressure than they did early in the season. Lady Bulldogs do beat the press this time. Finley's going to take it. Underhand there to Emma Kate Donovan. Donovan will bring it back out top. Timeout on the floor. Sideline warning will go against Cornersville.
Yes. As their coach, he was really just trying to call and play, but he was a couple steps out on the court trying to get their attention, and so
That far away from action. I'm kind of surprised to see that, but
I think it was just the motion of he was creating such large motion. It drew attention.
No score so far, 1 minute into this one between the Lady Bulldogs and the Lady Raiders. Cornersville has possession here. Cooper hands it off to Donovan. Donovan guarded closely by Gordon. Here's a high ball screen here from Camille Franklin. Gives it off to Cooper. Cooper drives. Looking to kick here. Finds Donovan. Back to Walker. Ferocious defense this possession for the Lady Raiders. Franklin gets it. She goes down low. They're going to call a blocking foul against Kate Kirk. That will be her second. Only a minute and a half into this one.
Yeah, interesting. I think a lot of Raider fans, and interestingly enough, have you noticed the Moore County student section is cheering for Richland? So interesting.
Surprising.
Yeah, so they had the defensive chance going over there. But a lot felt like Franklin maybe dropped her shoulder a bit into that. But unfortunately, that's going to be second team foul. More importantly, though, second personal foul for Kate Kirk. So she's going to head to the bench. And into the game already, Danny Lynn Galloway, who's added a lot of valuable minutes this season.
Franklin goes 2 for 2 there. 2-0. Cornersville leads here a minute and a half into this one. Lady Raiders without one of their starters already with foul trouble. Kicked ball at midcourt will remain in Richland basketball.
Yeah, Cooper kind of went for a soccer move. couldn't quite get her hand down to maybe block that pass, so she used her foot. Not quite soccer. Well, preseason soccer has started for the boys.
Gordon, she'll pull this one back out. Guarded by Cooper. Gets it off to Bailey Hollis. Works to her right. Bailey with Blair on the right wing. We're going to have a three-pointer from McNeese. Does not roll home there. And Cornersville will rebound. 2-0 Lady Bulldogs.
Raiders on that offensive side getting good looks, just hadn't got anything to fall, and going to see if they can kind of settle in. That shot will go. We've watched them too much this season, Mark, that not even worried about it.
Finley dribbles to her right, hands off to Donovan up top. Much like the Lady Raiders, 3 seniors here in the Cornersville starting lineup. Finley pump fakes. Now she'll dribble to her left. Gives it out top to Donovan. Lady Raiders forced a lot of turnovers last time these two teams played. Cooper, you're going to see Bailey Hollis with a reach-in foul there. Lady Raiders may need to pull back slightly there as 3 fouls in the first 2.5 minutes. And in danger of having some key players get in early foul trouble.
Yeah, and also when they hit that magic number of 5 in this quarter, that's going to send Cornersville to the line for the double bonus.
Going to have a 4th one, and this one is your second against Bailey Hollis. So Hollis may have to take some time now.
Back-to-back within 3 seconds. Fouls rattling up for a couple of the starters. So 2 for Hollis, 2 for Kirk, who's currently on the bench.
This has the chance to really change the complexion of this game as you have 2 of your best players on the bench. Well, Hollis still in for now. And are they gonna tag that one against Gordon?
I believe so. So
Gordon runs through a screen there. To me, I think that's a no call if you had to ask my opinion there on that one. As in that situation, by the way, that's the 5th foul with 5:08 remaining in the first quarter. Really a disastrous start to the night in terms of foul trouble for the Lady Raiders. First one off the back iron there for Cooper. But really the problem here is, at this point, they're going to be shooting a lot of free throws this quarter, but you're also worried about your depth as the Lady Raiders. Cooper goes 1 for 2 at the line. 3-0 Richland with 5:06 remaining in the first quarter. Blair to McNeese in the corner. She drives baseline, puts up a shot, but there's a foul, and McNeese will head to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, that whistle is going to go against Sarah Kate Walker. That is the first team foul for the Lady Dogs. But McNeese was in the act of shooting, so she's going to find her way to the line for 2 shots.
McNeese hits the first. See, the only thing I'll say about that last foul that was called on Gordon is you're allowed to try to run through a screen if you have to. I mean, it's not like she bowled her over or anything, just kind of, was running, was hit by a screen, and, the other player went down. McNeese goes 1 for 2. That makes it 3-1. Lady Bulldogs with 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
Still no field goals from the floor from either team. All points via the free throw line.
And there's an errant pass from Sarah Kate Walker. That'll be a turnover. Lady Raider basketball.
Twice they've shot over to that Moore County student section. Trying to keep them involved in the game, I guess, Mark.
Blair dribbling to her right here. Bounce pass. Hollis, corner three. Oh, hits it and the foul. A chance for a 4-point play for Bailey Hollis.
Hollis, who had a big matchup, the other night and had 17 points, few assists, steals. Like she was kind of everywhere in the stat line. So now can she rattle home a 4-point play for the Lady Raiders?
She cannot. Misses the free throw, but does take
Hits
a
the big three.
4-3 lead with 4.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. That was only the second foul on Cornersville so far.
That one went against Franklin, her first personal.
Donovan on the right wing. As you mentioned, Cornersville yet to have a field goal so far here tonight. 4 minutes into this one, so you've liked the defense. You could have done without some of the fouling, though, for the Lady Raiders. Donovan to Cooper. Cooper guarded slowly back up top as they just kind of explore the perimeter right now for the Lady Raiders. Obviously, the fouls have kind of had to change how close they play defense.
Right. Well, notice, Cornersville's keeping it a little bit more spread, too, so you're not having to threaten out that deep quite as much.
Suddenly, defensively, the most important player on the floor is Mary Avery McNeese without Kate Kirk. If you were to lose McNeese to foul trouble, which she has 0 so far, would cause a matchup issue down low against Franklin. Finley pump fakes. She gets it to Franklin. They kick out. Cooper will drive. Cooper tipped around, but saved by Donovan. Lady Bulldogs maintain possession. Franklin through traffic. It's stolen by Hollis, and then she's fouled. 3:11 remaining in the first quarter. Lady Raiders lead 4-3.
Well, and that's why we mentioned about Hollis with her foul trouble. You got to keep her just for her defensive prowess that she has. That's the second on Franklin is who they whistled that on. I wasn't sure who they'd go with. So that's another factor we'll kind of keep an eye on.
Cross-court pass to Blair. Blair, pull up three. It's good. First Realty Group three-pointer, the second of the night for the Lady Raiders, and they lead 7-3.
Notice some Cornersville fans, as soon as Blair got that open look, they threw their hands up like, don't leave her out there.
Well, they thought they were going to cheat for the steal there, and then when Franklin didn't get the steal, there's nothing but open court there for Bailey Blair as she sinks the second First Realty Group three-pointer of the night. 4-point advantage for the Lady Raiders. Really good half-court defense for Richland. Three-pointer is no good for Cornersville. Tipped around. Franklin gets the rebound. Franklin puts it up and in. 4-2.
Yeah, and that just came down to a little bit of height advantage on that board to get, and then goes back up with it.
McNeese's shot is airballed. Finley head the other way. Walker, corner, three. No good. McNeese with the rebound. Blair, left wing. Blair, she'll drive baseline. Pulls it back out. Gordon. Gives it off to Hollis. Working around the horn here. Up top, Bailey Blair steps into a three. Off the front iron. McNeese put back, no good. Franklin rebounds, maybe an over the back. On the other side, though, Cornersville, Emma Kate Donovan has it. 7-5, Richland leads. Donovan's shot does not roll home. Rebounded by Hollis. Tipped and stolen by Finley. A litany of turnovers so far, Jennifer.
Yeah, I was saying we should have had a turnover column going as both teams just not able to kind of maintain control a bit. And that's what I was talking about, a little bit with these nerves. You come into a district title game, regardless of your record and what you're capable of, it takes a bit to kind of settle in to a rhythm.
57 seconds. Cornersville, for the moment, just holding on to it here. Almost looks like they want to hold it for 1:15 for the last shot. And with 5 fouls, Richland can contest them, but maybe not too much.
Yeah, don't want to run yourself into foul trouble unnecessarily. Just keep your pressure on, see if you can force another turnover. I mean, they've kind of had them in spades here in the last little bit, both ends of the ball, but
Donovan is indeed going to hold it for 1:15. We're down to 26 seconds, but no one coming out to challenge her just yet. 16 seconds.
So
Donovan will start the
yeah.
offense. Back to Donovan. Gets it down low. Walker, good play there, but couldn't get it to go. Franklin clearly commits her third foul. It's not called. Galloway up to McNeese. McNeese three-pointer. Buzzer. No good. Richland 7-5 after 1 quarter of action. We'll take a quick timeout. Lady Raiders by 2 as we head to the second quarter.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
And we are back here. I'm Mark Mize. She's Jennifer Hawkins. Lady Raider basketball here in the District 9A Championship. Richland versus Cornersville, the Battle of Buford Station. Lady Raiders lead 7-5 at the end of the first quarter, but Jennifer, some early foul trouble for both teams admittedly has potentially changed the course of this first half.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something you want to keep an eye on, as Franklin has 2 fouls for the Lady Dogs and 2 apiece for Bailey Hollis. Kate Kirk, who ended up having to spend most of the first quarter on the bench. Wasn't pretty, Mark, but somehow the Lady Raiders have maintained a 2-point lead out of this. I think they're going to clean it up, settle, and get back to their style of basketball in this second quarter.
So Kate Kirk back into the game here. Nice little shot there for Emma Kate Donovan. Ties it up on the floater. But Kate Kirk back in, but now Hallie Grace Bratton in place of Bailey Hollis. Corner, 3, Gordon. Count it! First Realty Group three-pointer, Elizabeth Gordon.
So looking good from that perimeter, as that's the third try to rein in for the Lady Raiders.
10-7, Richland on top here with 7:17 remaining in the second quarter. Finley bounce pass to Walker. Walker brings it back up. Cooper guarded closely by Gordon. Feeds to her right. It's Donovan. Donovan walks it nearly to half court to talk to her coach for a moment as he calls the play.
Well, he can't step out there, remember? Got that
Can she step back to him?
Warning, yeah. They can meet closer.
Of note, Faith, and I think it's Aguye. Is that what we ended up saying?
Aguye. I wrote it down last time.
Yes, there we go. Shot, I think maybe partially blocked there, rebounded by Richland. Aguye in place of Camille Franklin. Cross court, Blair. Blair's going to drive with the left hand. Blair puts it up. No good. Fighting for the rebound. Kirk will have it. Kirk puts it up. Kirk puts it home for 2, 12-7, Lady Raiders.
Yeah, a lot of contact on the rebound, but they let them play on, which benefits Lady Raiders as Kate Kirk goes back up strong for the bucket.
Oh, tipped away by Mary Avery McNeese. Up to Blair. Blair, she's going to try to take it herself. Blair to the hoop. Blair with the left hand. No good. Gordon with a powerful rebound. Can McNeese save it? Saves it into Aguye. And Cornersville will retake possession, trailing by 5.
Good hustle play by Gordon. Couldn't quite get to it, but I do like the hustle that she laid out for it.
5:50 remaining here in the second quarter. Lady Raiders by 5. Walker, she'll think about a 3, but she kicks to the corner. Cooper drives. Cooper to the hoop. Her shot no good. Rebounded by McNeese. McNeese being accosted here by Cooper. She'll give it off to Blair. Blair calls for movement. Works to her left. Bratton up top to Gordon. Gordon bounce pass to McNeese. McNeese feeds into Kirk. They have Bratton wide open. Bratton to the hoop. Bratton for 2 plus the foul.
Yeah, I started to say somebody didn't go back and cheat low, and good vision there by Kate Kirk. She accepts that pass. They come in and both guard, and nobody stays low, and Bratton makes them pay. Just an easy lay-in. Then the and one as they're trying to cover and or sneak back and recover. A little too late at that point.
Bratton at the free throw stripe. Couldn't get the free throw to go. 14-7, Richland on top with 5:15 remaining in the second quarter. Only 2 made field goals so far for Cornersville. So defense has been great, but once again, multiple fouls for both Kate Kirk and Bailey Hollis. Hollis currently taking a break. Donovan out top, just under 5 minutes to go now. Timeout, Cornersville. Full timeout, we'll take it as well. Richland leads 14-7, 4:55 remaining in the second quarter here on KSR Sports Network.
We meet by accident, a play on words, but when you need us, we're there. Gerald's Auto Body and Gerald's Auto Repair is a trusted friend when you need auto repairs or auto body work. We specialize in making you feel at ease in a time that can be uncertain at best. We take the worry away and give you our very best. Gerald's Auto Body and Gerald's Auto Repair, a trusted friend when you need us. Call 363-0539 or drop by 716 North 1st Street, Pulaski.
And we're back here coming out of that timeout. 4:55 remaining in the second quarter. Richland leads 14-7 in the District 9A Championship. Looking at your leading scorers so far, 3 for Elizabeth Gordon, 3 for Bailey Hollis, 3 for Bailey Blair, 1 for Mary Avery McNeese, 2 for Kate Kirk, and 2 for Hallie Grace Bratton. On the other side, Camille Franklin with 4, Emma Kate Donovan with 2, and Anna Marie Cooper with 1.
So coming out of that timeout to see if any adjustments were made. I think you want to try to get to half and hopefully have Kirk and Hollis not pick up any more fouls.
They have Donovan trapped, but she will bounce it off the leg of Bailey Blair out of bounds. Cornersville will maintain possession.
Blair again in that compression sleeve. We talked about a little bit of that elbow injury.
Ball is stolen by Mary Avery McNeese, and a pushing foul going to be called against Donovan.
Goodness, what a collision. You know, it was incidental, but it just, Mary Avery McNeese on that steal was kind of going full speed.
Yeah.
Donovan, the recipient of that freight train that just came through, but she's back up and going.
Well, McNeese had the ball, and Donovan really didn't have position there.
Right.
So it's the right call on the play. McNeese gets it up to Bailey Blair. Some quick passing around the perimeter here. Oh, they have some motion. Going to call an offensive foul, and that might be against Kate Kirk. It was indeed. That will be the third on Kirk with 4:32 remaining in the second quarter. Hallie Grace Bratton will come back out to spell her. So on the floor right now, it's McNeese, Galloway, Bratton, Blair, and Gordon.
That pass almost sailed out of bounds again. It's like Cornersville, I don't know, they look nervous or.
A lot of things are going their way right now. It's just they're not getting baskets to fall.
Yeah.
Finley dribbles to her left, hands off here. Emma Kate Donovan. Donovan guarded by Gordon. Kind of just holding on to it here. Cornersville wants to make this a low-scoring game. They've succeeded thus far, but Richland's hit some key three-pointers. Cooper shot doesn't go. She follows twice, and the third shot is good.
Yeah, Lady Raiders just couldn't get their hands on a board there, and right back to Cooper each time.
14-9, and then that pass is stolen by Abigail Finley. Lady Raiders up by 5, but a couple turnovers here. Cornersville will get a three-pointer. Walker, it's good. Cuts it to a 2-point lead.
So Lady Dogs finding some life here in this second quarter.
Timeout for the Lady Raiders, 30-second timeout. And we'll stick with you through it. This feels like it's going to be an ugly game by the end of the night, Jennifer. A lot of fouling, a lot of non-traditional play because of the fact that you have girls on the bench and you're playing different rotations than you've seen in some of your most key moments this year. But Richland probably a deeper team than Cornersville. And so if it becomes a battle of attrition, I don't dislike how that would go for Richland.
Yeah, I think any Cornersville fan, if you're saying 3.5 till half and you've held Richland to 14 points, would be very pleased with that outcome. But we've seen this a lot of times this season where it's been a close matchup in the first half for the Lady Raiders. They come out after halftime, had made adjustments, and it's like a whole new team comes to the floor and they just kind of put teams away. So, you know, it's just none of that needs to be panic other than you got to watch the fouling. That's it.
Full court press. Blair gets it in the front court. Gordon to Hollis. Hollis is usually going to drive the baseline. Galloway kicks up top. Blair, three. Count it. Bailey Blair, a First Realty Group three-pointer, breaks the run.
Yeah, good design too. Good ball movement, off the ball movement too, for her to pop open and hit that three. That's just that offense knowing and trusting each other.
5-point lead for Richland with 2:43 remaining in the second quarter. Finley up top to Donovan. Working the left side here. They're going to have Cooper on the drive, but she's guarded by Bailey Hawes, turns her back. Calling for movement now as Cooper gets it back. Up top to Finley. Lady Bulldogs now trying the right side. Cooper bounce pass is initially stolen by Galloway, but she loses it out of bounds. Jennifer, I would imagine to start the third period, you're going to see a lot of defensive pressure.
Yep.
Full court press for Richland just to try to throw Cornersville off here, show them some different things, kind of show them what you saw in the first half in the regular season finale in Cornersville. Donovan feeds it over. Walker for three. No good. Tipping around, rebound. Cooper feeds it back out. Couple little bumps down low, no call. Nothing wrong with that. And Donovan to the hoop for two.
Yeah, and the defender low was Hollis. She kind of had to let her go because she doesn't want to pick up a third foul here before half.
Gordon beats the press, gets it in the front court. They have Blair. They'll give it back to her. Blair working to her right. A minute and a half to go here in the first half. 3-point lead for the Lady Raiders. McNeese gets off to Galloway. They wanted to feed McNeese as she cut there. Back up top to Blair. Blair's going to drive. Blair to the hoop. Blair doesn't make the shot, but she is fouled. And that's someone you don't want to send to the free throw line.
She's so good about finding that paint, driving, and creating that contact to get herself to the line. It's exactly what she did on that play is she kind of draws that shot back a little bit, anticipating, making her defender come in more with a reach and then gets that whistle.
She's now your leading scorer with 7 points tonight. Make that 8. Richland up 19-14 with 1:19 to go here in the second quarter. Jennifer, I kind of suspect they may try to hold it for last shot just like they did in the first quarter for a minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah, I kind of wouldn't be surprised if that's what they go with here, but showing a little more
initially
movement,
looks like they'll play this out.
But curious if they'll try to settle in.
Cooper kicks. Finley drives. Finley to the hoop. Finley hits it for two. 19-16. Richland now with the ball. 46 seconds to go. Blair in a one-on-one at the top of the key with Donovan. Calling the play. Right side here. It's Danny Lynn Galloway. They wanted the motion there for Hallie Grace Bratton. Couldn't get it. Now she'll have to give it up to keep from getting a 5-second call. Up top to McNeese. 29 seconds now. And Richland pulling back out to half court. Feels like now they may slow things down. But Galloway, they leave her wide open. Can she hit it? She can! Danny Lynn Galloway for three. A First Realty Group 3-point basket for the sophomore.
Not sure that was the draw, but she was feeling it wide open from that corner. We've seen her a lot this season hit it.
7 seconds. Donovan puts it up. Buzzer. No good. That will do it for the first half. Richland up 22-16. As Lady Raiders are able to withstand some early foul trouble to take a 6-point advantage at the half. We're going to go ahead and take a 3-minute timeout. Be back with some halftime stats and thoughts here from Lynchburg. Lady Raiders lead by 6 at the half in the district championship game.
This is Jill Kilburn with Big Green Dumpster. Whether you're cleaning out the garage or tackling a renovation, we've got you covered. We have 4 dumpster sizes, 11 to 30 yards. Order before 1 p.m. for same-day delivery. We offer demolition and junk removal. We offer a contractor's discount and include a direct text line for prompt service. Serving Middle Tennessee and North Alabama, our prices are online, so book now at biggreendumpster.pro or call 931-903-2424. Big Green Dumpster.
First National Bank is an independent community bank. Being independent allows us to be innovative, to adapt and respond quickly and efficiently to your financial needs. We know the needs of this area. Our interest and our loyalty are to the people who live and work here. They are more than names and faces. They're our friends and our neighbors. Together, we're making communities great. Member FDIC.
Attention Giles County residents, looking for your next career opportunity? Look no further than M&M Staffing, your trusted local staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper and recruiters Cree Holt and Mercedes Houston are all proud members of Giles County who understand our community inside and out. At M&M Staffing, we're your neighbors supporting local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes that matter to you. Visit us on Facebook, step into our office, or apply online at mnmstaffing.net. You can also give us a call at 931-347-4255. M&M Staffing, your bridge to a brighter future in Giles County.
Natural gas safety tips brought to you by Pulaski Natural Gas. Call before you dig. Don't hit a buried gas line. Before you dig or move earth in any way, call your local one-call number or utility locator service. They can tell you the location of buried natural gas lines, power lines, and other utilities so you can dig safely. These tips are brought to you by Pulaski Natural Gas, 363-1752, 363-1752.
When it comes to your family's health, you can count on Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Pulaski. We're focused on keeping you at your best with annual screenings and preventative care. Having a family doctor helps you stay healthy, so our Southern Tennessee Medical Group makes it easy to find one. Call 1-800-424-DOCS. That's 1-800-424-3627, or visit southerntmpulaski.com to find a primary care physician.
And we're back here at the half. I'm Mark Mize. She's Jennifer Hawkins. Lady Raiders lead 22-16 at the break over the Cornersville Lady Bulldogs here in the District 9A championship game. Looking at your leading scorers so far tonight, Bailey Blair leads all scorers with 8 points. Probably pretty used to hearing that if you've listened to much Lady Raider basketball this season. 3 points each for Elizabeth Gordon, Bailey Hollis, and Danny Lynn Galloway. 2 points each for Hallie Grace Bratton and Kate Kirk. 1 point for Mary Avery McNeese. As for the Lady Bulldogs, 4 points Camille Franklin, 4 points Emma Kate Donovan, 3 apiece for Anna Marie Cooper and Sarah Kate Walker, and 2 points for Abigail Finley. But the biggest story so far this evening has been the fact that the Lady Bulldogs, Camille Franklin and Sarah Kate Walker, have 2 fouls each. And then for the Lady Raiders, 3 fouls for Kate Kirk and 2 fouls for Bailey Hollis. So it's been an interesting first half here, but Lady Raiders looking to win a 3rd straight game this season over Cornersville here in this district title game. We're going to take another quick timeout, and we'll be back with some more thoughts and the start of the second half here on KSR Sports.
Attention Giles County residents.
When it comes to your family's health, you can count on Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Pulaski. We're focused on keeping you at your best with annual screenings and preventative care. Having a family doctor helps you stay healthy, so our Southern Tennessee Medical Group makes it easy to find one. Call 1-800-424-DOCS. That's 1-800-424-3627, or visit southerntmpulaski.com to find a primary care physician.
First Realty Group has been serving Giles and Lawrence County and beyond for decades. We're first because we have the best selection of land, homes, and commercial properties to choose from. Our fair price promise means you can shop with peace of mind locally and with customer care not found elsewhere. We also understand the buying process and what it takes to make it easy, from title to escrow to closing. First Realty Group. First for a reason. Visit frg1.com for all of your buying needs in Giles County.
Fans, from the coin toss to the final quarter, stay refreshed with an ice-cold Coca-Cola as you cheer on the Raiders. Just head to the concession stand and grab the perfect refreshment to share with fellow fans. Share a Coke with a teammate, a rival, or a friend this season. Thank you for choosing Pulaski Coca-Cola. It's time to load up on the best snacks and some delicious ice-cold Coke for all your game day guests. Nothing tastes like everyone you love and everything you like coming together. Coca-Cola.
And we're back here. Just a couple more minutes before we start the third quarter. Lady Raiders up 22-16 at the half. Big night from beyond the arc for the Lady Raiders, much as we've seen all season, as from that first Realty Group three-point range, they've hit 5 shots from downtown. That's accounted for 15 of their 22 points for my mathematicians at home. Jennifer, if you didn't have the foul trouble, I think you'd feel really good right now. That is the one thing, though. 3 for Kate Kirk, 2 for Bailey Hollis, and Richland really hasn't been able to play quite as physically, I think, as they wanted with the press due to the fact that, I mean, they committed 5 fouls in the first 2.5 minutes of the first quarter. They're up by 6 at the half. I think things are going considerably well, but the fouls are an issue.
Yeah, I think Kirk picking up that third before the halftime, I think that could be a factor because just the height-wise, you've got to have somebody that matches up with Franklin because, you know, she's probably the most consistent, especially down low, if you don't have anybody to match up with her. So you may have to get some big minutes out of a Danny Lynn Galloway, Hallie Grace Bratton. They're going to have to put in the time in the second half because Kirk, I assume she may start the second half, but he may hold her off. Coach Chad Hall may decide to wait on that and use her and see what this second half opens up with. And if you kind of get some momentum, go on a 7-8-0 run, something like that, kind of stretch this lead out a little more, I think then you feel a little more comfortable to put her in a bit, and then if she picks up a fourth. But, I think you're going to kind of get a feel for how this third quarter opens up for the Lady Raiders and go from there. And then, Bailey Hollis with 2. Good thing she didn't pick up a third. I think you've got to have her on the court just for her defensive pressure. But she's going to have to do that pressure without committing little fouls, So, and we've seen they've been a little quick on some whistles, on some reach-ins and some different things, and so they're not giving them much of anything on that foul column tonight. So it's a big deal, for the Lady Raiders coming out for this second half. So, and Mark, switching gears real quick, going to give a shout-out again. Keep reminding folks, this week we got basketball tonight. We've got basketball again Tuesday night. Wednesday night, no basketball. So guess what, Mark? Everybody likes Mexican food.
It's true.
Go hit up Amigos in Linville because proceeds starting after 4 o'clock to close that night. Part of the proceeds will go to the Richland track team. They need your support. So don't miss out on that. Go get some great Mexican food and support a good local club that's getting, here I'm going to say it, up and running. Newer sport at Richland. But really they could use your support. What a great cause and some great food at the same time.
Absolutely, and so go help out the Richland programs wherever you can, but Lady Raiders need to be able to close this one out to be your district champions here in Lynchburg. They're up 22-16 as we start the second half. They get down low to Mary Avery McNeese. McNeese through a double team, loses the ball, and then finally we're going to have a pushing foul. I'm curious to see who this is against.
I think he just motioned Franklin. Let's
if
see.
It is, that's her third.
Yeah, so that could be a big one, and that is going to be the number that is reported in. So that could be a factor.
And, no offense to Cornersville, but when she's not on the floor, they don't score the ball the same as they do when she's on it. And so a third foul for her is as big or bigger than 3 fouls for Kate Kirk, who you were right, Kirk is going to sit at the beginning of this half. Lady Raiders up by 6, and lucky for them, even though they're in foul trouble, a little foul trouble for the Lady Bulldogs as well.
Well, especially, with Franklin out, Kirk being out, that's that matchup that we were seeing. So both players on the bench with 3 fouls at this time.
Up top and out Blair. Blair steps into a 3. Can't get it to go. Tipped around. Donovan with the rebound. Lady Bulldog basketball. Cooper works it across to Finley. Agia pump fakes, hands it off to Cooper. Cooper, three. Ooh, air ball. Lady Raider basketball as that one sails into the cheerleading section there. Richland by 6 with the ball. Going to see a full court press here for Cornersville. Blair investigates the right side. She gets it right in the front court to McNeese. McNeese kicks, three-pointer, open. Hollis, no. Gordon initially has the rebound, and then Cooper able to get the rebound. A little physicality there between her and Gordon. Gordon will pull off, though, but they leave Cooper wide open. May have walked. They're going to let her continue. Just an awkward sequence, Jennifer.
Yeah, as I say, kind of goes back, reminiscent. In the first half, we saw just a lot of kind of sloppy play and not really fundamental basketball that we're used to seeing from both these teams.
Cooper, top of the key, guarded by Hollis. Both teams in similar foul situation. 3 for Franklin, 3 for Kirk. Then, bank shot is in for imitate Donovan. But 3 for Kirk, 2 for Hollis, and then 3 for Franklin, 2 for Walker. There's a foul as McNeese drives and will have 2 free throws now.
Yeah, good quick pass down. She's on that out baseline and drives in and just gets the contact. That foul is going to go against Walker for her third. So, fouls racking up on both sides of the ball. So this could come down who's got the better bench. And I think, without a doubt, Richland's probably going to be favored in that area.
Misses the free throw there. Problem for Richland. They're only 3 of 7 from the free throw line. Small sample size. They do make it 4 of 8 now, but hitting a couple more of those would have made it easier. 23-18. Richland on top. Cornersville has the ball. Full court press here. They do get up to Gia. She loses the ball and travels.
Yeah, one of those, the dribble just gets away from you, takes off high on you, and when you try to recover it, you've already taken a couple of steps to chase it down.
McNeese, she dribbles to her left here, gives it off to Blair. Blair working against Donovan, dribbles, screen, kicks. Galloway going to give it back to Blair now in the corner. Blair through traffic. Blair left hand. Gets it to go. How about the reach there from Blair?
You saw the determination on her face, too. Like she just willed that one in. Had to kind of change her shot and lay it up softly with the left.
First player in double figures is Bailey Blair with 10. Tips that one, but it goes out of bounds. And of note, now Walker, like Franklin, has 3 fouls. And remember something about Cornersville. They really only play 6 players in my experience watching them this year. And so
I'm looking at their names, and I'm like, I don't remember any of these.
Last time out, they did only play 6. Now they will, at some point, probably have to play a 7th. They don't now because they bring Franklin back in with 3 fouls. Cooper feeds it over to Donovan. They get down to Franklin. They have a push down low.
I think they're going to get McNeese on the defense. Yep. That's her first personal.
Tied for the largest lead of the night for the Lady Raiders, 25-18 with 5:06 remaining in the third. Cooper, pull up, rolls home.
Gets the friendly bounce to go, and so Lady Dogs trying to keep this one close.
Gordon, bounce pass to Galloway. Galloway gets it back out top. McNeese, three-pointer. Can't get that to go. And I think you're going to have Gordon over the back.
And I believe that's going to be her second. That's the second team foul here in this third quarter. So, again, some quick foul whistles coming out of the timeout or the halftime.
In the front court, Franklin gives it off to Finley. A 5-point lead for Richland, but Cornersville has the ball with 4.5 to go. Finley gets the call from her coach, hands it off to Donovan. Donovan working against Gordon. They get down low to Franklin. Franklin through a double team. Has the ball on the floor, stolen by Blair. Blair will pull it out. Blair, front court. Blair behind the back, dribble, loses it momentarily, but they get it wide open. Galloway to Hollis. underneath the basket for 2. Timeout. Richland. It's the 30-second timeout. We'll stick with you.
Yeah, Hollis got Galloway's attention. She's waving at her because she was standing all alone on the low block. Just an easy lay-in as Cornersville was kind of scrambling for that little bit of loose ball. Galloway comes up with it and does a quick pass in. Quick, easy 2-point bucket.
Well, it's interesting. I think, it's kind of like, when you fumble a kickoff return and everybody just scrambles and they forget their assignments.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened there when Blair lost the ball. Galloway just happened, it fell at her feet, and everybody scrambled, and they left Hollis wide open underneath the basket. Easy, too.
Yeah. Yeah, they all played the ball, and you got to remember to watch your player. You got to play the player, too. But
27-20, Richland on top. They will full court press here. Once again, the press was the most important part of the last game between Richland and Cornersville. Haven't seen the same here today. Cooper gets it up. Cooper trapped. Galloway comes up with a steal. Blair, full court pass to Hollis. Hollis loses it, gets it back. But then Franklin is able to come up with the rebound. Cornersville has a chance to run again. A little collision in the backcourt there. Aguia, they leave her open for 3. Doesn't go, and this will be Richland basketball.
Again, another strange sequence of Hollis went down a couple of times on that last offensive possession on the rebound. Incidental contact from Franklin as they were both trying to get back up the court.
Gordon gets it up to Hollis. Hollis bounce pass to Kirk. Kirk, a quick feed to Galloway. Galloway, what a good play with Kirk and Galloway. And Galloway scores for 2.
Yeah, keeps her defender on her backside hip as she rotates in.
Donovan gets it to Franklin. Kirk kind of just has to let her go since Kirk has 3 fouls. Franklin for 2. 29-22, Richland on top. They need to try to get Franklin's 4th foul. I think that truly changes the complexion of this game.
Yeah, I agree because it's going to change her up defensively. But, it's the exact thing you just said. Kirk's got to kind of peel off of that defense.
Galloway takes the 3. No good. I think that might be the 3rd on Hollis.
Yeah, she went over the back of Finley. Finley had position on that, and it's just the eagerness if she wants to make a play. 3rd team foul for the Lady Raiders here of this 3rd quarter.
So 3 on Kirk, 3 on Hollis, 2 on Gordon. But once again, Cornersville in a very similar situation.
Right, I start saying on the other side, they've got 3 for Franklin, 3 for Walker, 2 for Donovan.
Cooper in the front court. Finley dribbles to her left, bounce pass, Donovan. She's guarded by Gordon. 2:20 to play here in the 3rd quarter. 29-22 is your Richland lead. Donovan cross court, Finley going to bring it down. Finley tries to power it home there, couldn't get it to go.
Probably a little too much on that shot. Mark has couldn't put a soft touch to finish, but
Gordon drives, awkward there, and Gordon's going to get the charge. Offensive foul, that'll be her 3rd.
Yeah, I think it possibly could have been the right call. Want to maybe look back at replay, but
I think the players just kind of got tangled up there. And then she
maybe
was able
gone
to get
either
rid of
way,
the ball. I don't really think it's a defensive foul. I don't know if it's an offensive foul. Could have potentially been no call, but as is, 29-22. Cornersville takes back possession, and now 3 different Richland players with 3 fouls each. Finley gets it in. Cooper kicks back out to Donovan. Donovan going to work off the screen. Her shot, wild, but it goes in off glass, and a foul.
So that foul's going to go against McNeese. That is her 2nd. More importantly, 5th team foul for the Lady Raiders. Of course, Donovan was in the act of shooting, so she'll just get the N1.
But Franklin there is going to get the rebound, and I think they're going to count the basket. If so, a chance for another 3-point play here. Really a disastrous 1 minute for Richland as they get A fourth now on Kate Kirk.
So Kirk's going to have to head to the bench, and it really looked like both players were just trying to board the ball on the missed free throw. Probably just a no call there, Mark.
Yeah. Free throw is good. Down to a 2-point game. Problem here for Richland is they're just running out of players. Bailey Blair into the front court, gives it off to Gordon. McNeese three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Cooper. Cooper bringing it up. 1:20 remaining in the third, down to a 2-point lead. Richland had led by as many as 9. Donovan works to her left. They call 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Gordon gets the 5-second call against Donovan.
She lost track of her timing, and I was watching the referee's arm and looked like he'd hit that fifth and went with the whistle. About a minute left here in this third quarter. Raiders do lead by 2. Do they hold it here, Mark?
I don't think they do. Gordon, right wing, gets up top. Bratton dribbles to her left, bounce pass. Multiple players on the floor. Cornersville comes up with it, 45 seconds. Donovan looks like she wants to push here. Donovan in the corner. Brings it out top. Bounce pass to Finley, 32 seconds now. Finley's going to drive. Finley. Going to get the foul there called against Blair, and that'll be 2 free throws in a 2-point ball game.
That is the first from Bailey Blair.
The problem is, Richland, you got to be prepared for whatever game you get. I mean, just to be honest with you. You know, I know that it's been kind of awkward, and there have been some calls that I wouldn't necessarily agree with. But at the same time, you know, you're going to get games like this over the stretch. Sometimes the referees call a lot of fouls. Both free throws are good. Tight ball game, 29 all. How can Richland answer?
Yeah, sometimes you got to play through what's in front of you, and that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. How do these Lady Raiders respond to a little bit of adversity?
They getting it back to Blair here. Blair in the corner. Blair drives baseline, feeds out. McNeese pulls up, 2. Rolls all the way around the rim. No good, bounce pass. Out of bounds, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. They wanted a foul there against Franklin. They're not gonna get it. That'll do it for 3. 29-29 is your score between Richland and Cornersville. 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back with the decisive final quarter.
First Realty Group has been serving Giles and Lawrence County and beyond for decades. We're first because we have the best selection of land, homes, and commercial properties to choose from. Our fair price promise means you can shop with peace of mind locally and with customer care not found elsewhere. We also understand the buying process and what it takes to make it easy, from title to escrow to closing. First Realty Group. First for a reason. Visit frg1.com for all of your buying needs in Giles County.
Fans, from the coin toss to the final quarter, stay refreshed with an ice-cold Coca-Cola as you cheer on the Raiders. Just head to the concession stand and grab the perfect refreshment to share with fellow fans. Share a Coke with a teammate, a rival, or a friend this season. Thank you for choosing Pulaski Coca-Cola. It's time to load up on the best snacks and some delicious ice-cold Coke for all your game day guests. Nothing tastes like everyone you love and everything you like coming together. Coca-Cola. Together taste better.
And we're back to the final quarter of action. District 9A championship between Richland and Cornersville. Fouls galore here in Lynchburg, and we're tied up 29 all, Jennifer.
Yeah, maybe an interesting end of game, getting players.
Great play there by Cornersville on the screen there. They were able to get Walker open for a three-pointer. She hits it. Cornersville up by 3 here. Richland going to need a big fourth quarter. Blair drives with the left hand. Spin. Pull up. Count it for 2. Lady Raiders need a stop here, trailing by 1. Wow, another great play, Walker. Such good off-the-ball movement. She gets another opening, this time for 2.
Yeah, is able to beat her defender on the baseline. Good pass over the top. And she's able to finish.
34-31. Oh, turnover, Richland. Lady Raiders, just a tough night thus far, but you can win it here with defense in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, we've seen most of the season how this defensive pressure teams have struggled with, so I think they're going to have to go back to it and just not worry about fouls here in the 4th.
Cooper, cross court, Finley, back out top. Cornersville 3-point lead. They have it with 6:40 remaining. Once again, Cornersville likes to slow it down, likes to play defense. They don't want to see too many more possessions in this 4th quarter. They're taking their time on this possession. Finley off the screen. Franklin, she'll pull it out. Donovan, guarded here. She's freed off the screen. In the corner, it's Cooper. Cooper with the left hand now. Cooper to the hoop. Cooper up and good.
Yeah, and suddenly Cornersville this 4th quarter not missing.
Hoop, Blair, she's fouled on the floor. And right now they're kind of just letting Blair go to work on the offensive end.
Well, we've seen that a few times this season, Mark, where she's just gotten into a 4th quarter, her team needs her, and she's kind of put the game on her back. That foul was called on the floor, so the shot was waved off. It goes against Finley, her first.
Galloway gives it to McNeese. McNeese kicks. Couple passes later, it's Bailey Blair. Pull up 3. Count it! First Realty Group 3-pointer for Bailey Blair. She says, hey, this isn't quite over yet. Richland back within 2, 5:40 to go. This one tipped. Cornersville does get it back. Finley has it in the front court. They hand it off to Finley here. Right wing, she's going to try to drive baseline. Finley shot, no good, but it's a shooting foul. 2 free throws for Finley.
And I think they're going to get Hollis. That's going to be her 4th. Yes, it is. And so Bailey Hollis does pick up her 4th foul.
First free throw, no good for Finley. So Richland, a couple players with 4 fouls now. Kirk and Hollis. No good. Franklin gets it back, and one here for Camille Franklin. She's been deadly on that offensive glass. I mean, admittedly, the fans are right. That did go over the backboard.
Yeah, that's what
Sometimes it's just not your night. You're just not getting the calls. But like I said, you have to deal with that. I mean, what are you going to do about it? All you can do is go out there and answer when you can.
That foul was against McNeese. That's her 3rd personal.
Free throw is good. Back to a 5-point game. And timeout on the floor for Cornersville. 30-second timeout. We'll stick with you. Jennifer, what do you think the Lady Raiders, other than not foul, need to do here in the 4th period to come back and win this one?
Yeah, obviously Cornersville with the lead, they're going to try to slow down this offense. So you're going to have to just go with that pressure.
Yeah.
And if the foul's called, it's going to be called. I mean, we've seen even without putting some of the pressure, these fouls are getting, racking up against the Lady Raiders. And so I think you just pressure it and see if you can't force a turnover, just because Cornersville, we've seen a little bit, they fold a little bit under the Richland defensive pressure. So maybe just go at them with it.
Yeah, but I mean, you have at least 4 different players who are very close to fouling out. You need to force some Cornersville turnovers, but you need to do it without fouling.
Right.
Richland has the ball, 5:18 to play, trailing by 5. McNeese, right wing, hands it off to Hollis. Hollis to McNeese. McNeese, she'll drive initially, gives it back to Blair. Blair dribbles. They're picking up here on the zone. She gets down in the corner, gives it out to Gordon. Off to Kate Kirk. Back up to Blair. Gordon wanted the interior pass. They'll get to McNeese now. McNeese, she's going to try drive versus Franklin. Gives it off. Long possession here for Richland. They need to cash in. Blair to the hoop. And she's going to be fouled. 2 free throws for Blair.
Cornersville fans wanted a travel, but I don't think they realized the contact that caused maybe what looked like an extra step, and that foul's going to go against Cooper. That's her first of the night. Second team foul for Cornersville.
Blair hits the first. Once again, she is your leading scorer tonight. 16 points, leading all scorers. Unfortunately for Richland, not much else from the supporting cast. She hits both. 39-36, Cornersville up by 3 with 4:34 remaining. Full court press here. Finley bounce pass to Franklin. Franklin gets it up to Donovan, so they will beat the press to get into the front court here. About to have a 5-second here, and they call timeout for Cornersville.
Yeah, Cersei, I think the coach realized, so he gets a quick timeout because
full timeout will take it as well. 39-36, Cornersville lead and the basketball with 4:14 remaining here on KSR Sports.
May Oil Company, a 4th-generation family-owned business, is a supplier of fuel products and specialty lubricants serving Pulaski, Giles County, and southern Middle Tennessee from our offices and warehouse at 619 South 4th Street, Pulaski. May Oil Company is also a proud supporter of Giles County Bobcat and Richland Raiders sports. May Oil Company, supporting our Middle Tennessee communities for generations. 931-363-3704.
Back here, 4:14 to go. Richland trails by 3. Cornersville ball here in the District 9A Championship. No one has fouled out yet, but 2 Lady Raiders with 4 and 2 Lady Raiders, excuse me, I think 3 with 3 fouls now, right?
yeah, yeah. No, just 2.
Okay. Donovan dribbles to her left. Gives it off to Franklin. I think they want some isolations for Franklin if they can find them. Finley drives. Finley, bounce pass off of McNeese. Out of bounds, Cornersville ball.
So this is where your grit's got to come into play. You got to dig deep, get some intensity.
They feed it out to Cooper. Cooper works it up top. Down low, wow, what a pass to Franklin. Franklin scores. Franklin, so hard to deal with down low. Easily their most athletic player. 41-36. Lady Raiders struggling to get a stop. McNeese going to drive, feeds, 3-pointer, Hollis, corner, count it! First Realty Group 3-pointer for Bailey Hollis. Cooper off glass, no good. Kirk rebound, she goes down. They're going to call a tie-up. I believe it's Richland basketball on the tie-up, so Lady Raiders do get the stop they need, trailing by 2 with 3:23 to go.
Good hustle by Kirk, even in the foul trouble, but can't quit playing. So there's a big tie-up right there, Mark, just to get possession back.
Yeah. 41-39, Cornersville by 2. Call a time, referee's timeout here. Not sure initially. They're going to change the clock. Yeah, the clock didn't start when it's supposed to.
Yeah, on the first bounce and coming up the court, it didn't go for a bit. So they took 2 seconds off.
Good catch there by the referees. I didn't even notice.
Well, I did only just because I was checking the clock to see how much time was left.
Blair, 3, top of the key. She gets it. Lady Raiders back out in front on a big First Realty Group 3-pointer. Lady Bulldogs having to deal with the press here. Donovan does get to the front court, though. You can hear the chants of defense here. Block from McNeese. McNeese bringing it up the floor. And Lady Raiders have the lead by 1 and the basketball. 2:43 to go.
wise decision there by McNeese. She probably could have made the lane, but knowing they have the lead, slow it down a little bit, set something up, and get a good, clean shot.
And I feel like all roads go through Bailey Blair on this possession. Baseline. She's fouled. 2 free throws for Blair.
And that foul's going to go against Franklin. Blair just takes it into her, and she's like, you're either going to let me go or you're going to have to stop me with a foul.
And that will be 4 on Franklin. First free throw is no good, though. .225 remaining. Blair hits the second. That's 11 points in the fourth quarter for Blair. Richland by 2. Donovan has it. They get to Walker. Walker down low to Franklin. Franklin going to try to work against McNeese. They're going to say McNeese fouled her here. It is a shooting foul.
So that's going to be the 4th on McNeese. So another big foul, 2:12 left. 3rd team foul. But Franklin's going to be at the line.
First free throw is good.
So 6 points for Franklin here so far in the 4th.
If I'm them, I'm trying to get her 5th foul this possession.
Yeah,
Ties it up.
Take it to her right again and see if they can get the 5th.
2:10 remaining, 43 all. Richland versus Cornersville, District 9A championship. Up top, Hollis. Off to Blair. Ooh, Blair's got ISO here. Blair. Oh, couldn't get it to go, though. Thought she had that one in the left hand, but misses it. And now Cornersville has possession in a tie ball game.
Maybe a little too open, Mark, as she did. She had a good cut into the lane and just can't get it to fall.
Bounce pass, Finley. Guarded by Blair. Once again, Cornersville going to take their time here, I would assume. Finley up top to Franklin. Back to Finley on the wing. She's guarded by Blair. Dribbles to her left. Hands off Donovan. Donovan is going to try to drive here. Gordon denies it. 1:20 remaining now. Franklin going to call a blocking foul against McNeese. That is her 5th.
Goodness, and that was just some contact. Is tough call.
Yeah, like I said, Richland hadn't got the better end of the officiating tonight, but once again, what are you going to do about it? You just got to play your game. There are going to be nights like that. Timeout for Cornersville. Full timeout. 1:17 remaining. 43-43. Can Richland pull it off and win amidst adversity here in Lynchburg? Back in 30 seconds here on KSR Sports.
This is Clay Doggett, your state representative for District 70, and I'm proud to share what makes Giles County such a special place to call home. From our rich history and strong values to our thriving local businesses and hardworking families, Giles County is built on community pride. We're blessed with beautiful farmland, vibrant small towns, and neighbors who always lend a helping hand. Whether it's gathering for local events, supporting our schools, or growing opportunities for the next generation, Giles County continues to be a shining example of Tennessee's best.
Back here, 1:17 to go. Cornersville basketball tied up 43-43. Richland, Cornersville, the Battle of Beaufort Station, District Championship in Lynchburg. You couldn't ask for much else, Jennifer.
Yeah, I sort of say when you get deeper in the playoffs, these are the type games you're expecting to see.
One more foul will result in free throws, by the way. You did have your first foul out of the game. It was just now Mary Avery McNeese. 5 seconds. That's Richland basketball.
So big, huge cover out of the timeout.
If you could hold it for a minute 14, I would. Blair brings it up. What will Richland do here? Hands off Gordon. Hollis. And Hollis will be fouled. That's the 4th foul. This one going to go against Finley. 4th team foul, that is, of course.
Yeah, I've got her for 2.
1:03 remaining.
So it is the second for Findlay. On the floor for the Raiders, Hollis, Blair, Galloway, Kirk, and Gordon.
Blair. A little bit of a flop there from Cornersville. What is the call? Blocking. Blair takes free throws.
Let's see who the whistle's against. Because Franklin was in the area too, and no, they're going to go with Cooper instead.
The Boo Birds out for Cornersville here. There was a lot of contact there. I didn't know what the call was going to be.
Yeah,
but
I think everybody got really quiet just to wait and see.
Richland had to
which
eventually be the beneficiary of one. Blair hits the first. Richland takes the lead. And defensively after this, what do? Do you play them straight up? Do you full court press? Blair hits both. Looks like they will play them straight up in the half court. They drop them back. 53 seconds. Richland by 2. Donovan, cross court pass. Walker, up top. Cooper. Cooper drives to the left hand. Cooper. She's caught. She's trapped. Gives it up to Franklin. Franklin with the left hand. Franklin puts it to the rim. No good. Rebounded Kirk. Kirk gives it off to Blair. 36 seconds. Richland ball. Have a 2-point lead. You're going to have to foul somebody here. They prefer not to foul Blair. Gordon has it. Gordon dribbles. Gives it back to Hollis now. Hollis, they need to call a timeout. What will they call here? They gave Chad the timeout. 20 seconds. Could have been a tie-up.
No, they called
they're
a
calling a
foul.
foul. Okay, never mind.
And then the
Pardon.
timeout.
Full timeout.
wow.
But you know the thing is, with 20 seconds left, Jennifer, I don't think we're going to take a timeout.
Yeah,
20
let's
seconds
not risk
left.
it.
45, 43. We're going to see 2 free throws here.
No, they didn't call a foul. Well, he put a
He said 1-0.
player number. Yeah,
but
I know.
You know the reason
And then
I
I'm
knew it
looking, I'm
wasn't,
like,
there
there's
is no 1-0.
Well, there is, but she's not in the game. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, she fouled from the bench.
20 seconds. Heads up timeout there. Elite timeout there with 20 seconds left.
Well, it was right at the bench, and yeah, you didn't want to give away this possession, and so Coach Chad Hall got the playboard out with the marker. And Mark, I think I figured out why Moore County student section, they've been chanting a lot tonight, Raiders. They're used to that, so you know,
That's fair.
so maybe there's that Raider connection.
20 seconds. 45, 43. Richland up by 2. Tipped out of bounds. Only a second came off the clock. Richland maintains possession.
Yeah, you got to get this inbound. I mean, we just saw that from Cornersville.
They wanted a late run there for Blair.
Yeah.
They get it to Hollis. Hollis is fouled. 17 and a half seconds left. Hollis will shoot 2 free throws.
So a lot of pressure on Hollis as they come and report that's going to go against Findlay, her third. The all-important 5 up on the board, though, for team fouls. And so any fouls committed here by Cornersville is going to result in free throws.
First one is good. Makes it a 3-point ball game.
That one's huge. This next one even bigger to make it 2 possessions.
17 and a half seconds left. 46, 43. She makes them both.
Ice in her veins, folks. I mean, just steps up when her team needs her. Hits big free throws. That's
Donovan,
the senior
front
for
court.
you.
Donovan loses the ball. Walker picks it up. Walker shot. No good. Rebounded Gordon. That will probably do it, folks. There's a foul, and with 7.2 seconds left, Richland up by 4, and they're shooting free throws on the other end.
That foul is going to go against Emma Kate Donovan, her third, but not so important as, like you said, back to the free throw line.
Yeah. But the biggest thing is, when you need stops, can you string them together? In the final minute, Richland got it done. Gordon hits the first.
You know, and early on we talked about they were struggling a little bit from the line, not typical for Richland. Boy, fourth quarter, though, these have been big.
Gordon does miss the second 5-point game. Cornersville, I don't know if they have enough time to even, wow, Kate Kirk steals it. And so that will do it, folks. 48-43, district champions here in Lynchburg for the Lady Raiders as they win it and finish 3-0 versus Cornersville to this point. But we may see another one before it's over, Jennifer.
Yeah, and I mean, hats off to Cornersville because, you know, last game, boy, they just struggled against Richland. And they came to play tonight. They really challenged the Lady Raiders. Lady Raiders probably not their cleanest, most impressive night of basketball. Got in some early foul trouble, so that kind of changed them defensively. But they found a way to get it done. And just a big night. But I tell you, Mark, I'm getting too old for these games. These kiddos, they're just making them interesting for them because these are fun games to call. But as long as they can continue, if they're close and they still end up in the win column, I'm good with it. But Lady Raiders, just impressive. And I tell you what, in that fourth quarter, let's see, 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points in that fourth from Bailey Blair. We mentioned before, we saw this in that Moore County game early in the season where it was just back and forth the whole game. And she and Allie Sharp from Moore County just went back and forth that fourth quarter. They were like that. It was almost like it was a one-on-one matchup, big bout. And she does it again tonight. And then big free throws from the Lady Raiders down the stretch that were so important. Bailey Hollis steps up, hits the big three in the fourth, and then hits a couple of free throws to add to it. But with time on, that put them up 2 possessions. If I can get my words together, I'm too excited, Mark, trying to think through this. But, just big nights from a couple of the seniors there. Mary Ava McNeese, not her best on offense, but she did a lot of things defensively, matched up against Franklin when Kirk was in foul trouble. And so just the senior leaders there really stepping up big to get this win.
So Richland wins it 48-43. I don't have the complete scoring for Cornersville. I hope you do. I'll go ahead and get Richland, and let's see if your tally tallies up to 43, because my 48 for Richland is correct, but I only came up with 39 points for Cornersville. So let's see if you can fix that part. Let me go ahead and get what I do know. Bailey Blair with 23 points to lead all scorers. Probably going to hear her name a couple times for postseason awards, including maybe an MVP in there. 10 points for Bailey Hollis, 4 points for Elizabeth Gordon, 5 for Danny Lynn Galloway, and then 2 apiece for Hallie Grace Bratton, Kate Kirk, and Mary Avery McNeese. So once again, 23 for Bailey Blair, including 13 in the fourth quarter. Jennifer, I'll take a second, and then how are you feeling about Cornersville? Do you feel pretty good about your numbers?
I've got 43, Mark.
Hey,
Isn't that what they had?
Call it out for me.
All right, I've got unofficially, folks, but 16 for Camille Franklin, 8 points apiece for Emma Kate Donovan and Sarah Kate Walker, 7 points from Anna Marie Cooper, and 4 points from Abigail Finley. They brought it tonight. The Cornersville Lady Dogs did, but Richland, like I said, probably not their most elite basketball game that we've seen as of late because they've just been so impressive, but still found a way to get it done when they were up against just some tough shooting night, but also some calls that didn't really go their way, some foul trouble. But those are things you got to play through, especially as you move through the playoffs. You're going to have some games like this that are a little bit of a hiccup. Lady Raiders, though, figure out a way to get the win column once again.
So Lady Raiders win it 48-43. They are your district regular season and postseason champs, and there's still a lot of basketball to be played. Like I said, we'll probably try to stick around for the postseason and regular season awards that are about to be announced. So we'll take a 3-minute timeout while they set those up. Back in 3 minutes, Lady Raiders are your district champs.
This is Mike Keith for Winterburn and Associates Insurance. Winterburn Insurance is a full-service insurance agency, meaning they can help you with virtually every kind of personal insurance. Keep them in mind for auto, home, life, and health. Winterburn and Associates Insurance has been serving Giles County and the surrounding area for nearly 70 years, so they truly are a trusted choice. Get a quote online at winterburninsurance.com or call 363-8638. Winterburn and Associates Insurance, proud members of the Insurers of Tennessee.
Hey, buddy, why the throwback uniform?
Well, boys, you see, it's to celebrate the glory days, the pride, the passion, the tradition.
Wow, what could be better than wearing a throwback uniform on game day?
How about throwing back a green and gold citrusy sun-drop soda in a throwback bottle while wearing my throwback uniform on game day?
The pride, the passion, the tradition.
Throwback a green and gold sun-drop today.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
We meet by accident, a play on words. But when you need us, we're there. Gerald's Auto Body and Gerald's Auto Repair is a trusted friend when you need auto repairs or auto body work. We specialize in making you feel at ease in a time that can be uncertain at best. We take the worry away and give you our very best. Gerald's Auto Body and Gerald's Auto Repair, a trusted friend when you need us. Call 363-0539 or drop by 716 North 1st Street, Pulaski.
So Lady Raiders dig deep, and they are your district postseason champions, winning 48-43 over Cornersville here in Lynchburg. As a lot of fouls, a lot of adversity. You probably didn't get the most favorable game in terms of what you want to see from the officiating, but you have to play through that, and tonight they really did.
Well, I think you have games like this, too, to kind of see what you're made of, as Lady Raiders are just now being awarded the trophy as district champs. And so, ovation here on the Richland faithful side that made the trip over here to Moore County.
They need some of the players to kneel down in front. There's too many players on the floor.
Yeah, they don't realize they don't have a wide-angle panoramic lens.
They can't decide where to put them. It'll be good enough. We'll figure it out. But Bailey Blair holding the championship plaque, and who else deserves it other than her? 23 points, including 13 points in the fourth quarter. She basically went out in the fourth and won this herself. Also, really big shot and really big free throws from Bailey Hollis, who, of course, Hollis hit the three to bring them within one, and then hit the free throws to make it a two-possession game.
Absolutely, and I'm with you, Mark, that Bailey Blair's not the MVP, something's rigged. So they're now getting to this is all season. I missed the announcement.
Yeah,
this is all season district.
Allie,
yep.
Well, I think it's all season. We'll figure it out in a second. Allie Sharp, she probably doesn't surprise you. McNeese for Richland. Once again, very deserved, truly an elite defensive player, but really this year took her offensive game to the next level, as she was their second leading scorer this year. Actually was their leading scorer the last two games coming into tonight. Camille, they called her Camilla. I always hear Camille Franklin. Of course, probably doesn't surprise anyone. One of the best athletes. Emma Dye.
Another from Moore. Well, usually they do them by school group together, and so I was like, Moore County only got one.
They're throwing it around.
Yeah, so keeping us guessing. So.
But Emma Dye, a great player. She's only a sophomore, by the way, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think she's just a 10th grader, yeah.
Yeah, whereas I think the first three were all seniors. Caden Parks. I think she's only a junior, so that's another return that we'll have.
Yeah, she's another fun little player from Fayetteville City. That
great three-point shooter.
Yes, as I say, got a great stroke on that three-point line.
From Cornersville, Miss
Emma Kate Donovan. Not surprising there. She's a really underrated defender. I know she's not one of their leading scorers, I don't believe, but great defender. Did some really good work here tonight.
From Fayetteville,
Tiaja Ewing, not a surprise there. Their point guard. One of their top two leading scorers.
And just an all-around hustle, quick player as well. Of course, Fayetteville and Moore County earlier tonight.
We called it earlier. We were like, Huntland had a table in the hospitality room, and somebody said to me, well, why do they have a table here? They didn't make the tournament. And I'm like, well, they're going to have somebody make the all-tournament team tonight. Yeah. And Maxwell is accepting the award. This must be the regular season because they're calling Stratton Davis also for Huntland there. Yeah. So they have a second player who makes it.
Well, I was looking at the number of awards, and I believe it's all season, the district team for the regular season.
So Stratton Davis joins for Huntland. So far for Richland, you had Mary Avery McNeese. Now you have Elizabeth Gordon, another elite defensive player for the Lady Raiders. I'd venture you're going to get at least 4 starters for Richland.
I think you're going to get Bailey Hollis in, and then I think Blair will be your.
Yeah. Sarah Kate Walker joins for Cornersville. She had some really big plays tonight. You know, when they made their run to go up by 4, it was a big three-pointer, and then they found her on a perfect lob. Bailey Hollis. Bailey Blair is your regular season MVP. I'm really surprised it does not appear that we're going to get Bailey Hollis in the regular season. I think she was very, very deserving.
I agree, and I think you're all season too. How do you have just 3 from Richland? I don't know.
They're the champs, and they went at 8-0. I think that Hollis was deserving, and that's unfortunate. Luckily, I'm pretty sure she's going to get postseason because, you know, she had that 17-point game versus Fayetteville. And then, of course, the defense. You can't talk about Bailey Hollis without talking about the defense. So Richland, of course, for those just tuning in, they won 48-43 in the district championship. Our photographer, Landon Hawkins, getting a picture of just the all-season Richland players, as that is Bailey Blair, the MVP, Mary Avery McNeese, and Elizabeth Gordon. All-tournament time. Jaden Garner.
Yeah, she was really, really impressive the other night against Richland. She's the one that gave Richland a lot of fits down low.
Most improved player for them, I think, this year. By the way, she wasn't on the team last year. She was their lone newcomer who was a big player. Who'd they say?
Ellie Carter from
County. I believe that's a transfer from Lincoln County.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't start the season and then worked her way in the starting lineup. Great defensive player.
Yeah, she was their 6th man early in the season.
Another underclassman. Moore's going to be really good next year. Emma Kate Donovan, she makes the all-tournament. So she goes 2 for 2 on the awards.
From Richland, Miss Mary Avery
McNeese makes postseason as well. No surprise there. She had 21 the other night versus Fayetteville City.
From Cornersville, Miss Anna Marie Cooper.
Anna Marie Cooper gets her first award of the night for Cornersville. All tournament.
From Richland, Miss Bailey Hollis.
Bailey Hollis, much deserved there for Hollis on the all tournament. Like we said, one of the most important pieces on this team, and also has really picked up the scoring the last few games. Blair goes 2 for 2 on the MVPs, and like I said, don't really think anybody in the building expected anything different, but at the same time, just so impressive there. What a into her district reign, and now we move even further.
Well, and I tell you, Mark, what it comes down to, if nothing else, that 4th quarter tonight when she decided she wasn't going to lose this district matchup.
Yep. And so Richland wins at 48-43. They get the most awards in the postseason, including a pair of MVPs for Bailey Blair. Blair finishes with a game-high 23 tonight, including 13 in the 4th quarter. So Richland will host Mount Pleasant on Friday night in a – no offense to Mount Pleasant, but I think that's probably one of the weaker opponents Richland's played this year. And so, you know, it's kind of going to be a change of pace compared to what they've been getting in the last few weeks from District 9A.
Yeah, and that game is back home.
It is.
Dwight Clark Gymnasium. And so, folks, if you're around Friday night, we don't know exact game time, do we yet, Mark?
I don't believe so.
I don't think they've released that yet, but we'll keep you posted through socials and so check it out. But if you can't make the game, or you can be at the game and stick an earbud in, we'll have the call for you and get you all the action Friday night as the Lady Raiders district champions here in 9A come to Lynchburg and take care of business tonight, and then back in action on Friday night.
Lady Raiders win it 48-43. Jennifer, any final thoughts?
Join us again tomorrow night as we'll have the remix, Cornersville versus Richland, yet again, boys edition for another district title. Can the boys team for Richland bring home a district championship and some hardware as well as the girls did? And they'll be in action 7:30 go time approximately for tomorrow night. Of course, they'll have that first Fayetteville City Moore County game ahead of ours, and then we'll get you all the action for that game as well.
Battle of Beaufort Station Part 2 coming tomorrow night here, 7:30. Once again, we'll be on about 10 minutes before game action there. And so I want to thank all of our fantastic sponsors. I want to thank our producer tonight, which was me, because we were on the stream and I was producing on
Good job, Mark. Good job.
A round of applause for me on the laptop here as we were stream only. Tomorrow night we will be radio, by the way. We're swapping up, since the Giles girls got radio tonight, the Richland boys will get radio tomorrow. So Lady Raiders win it 48-43. Bailey Blair is your MVP regular season and postseason, and Richland will be playing Friday night in the first round of region at Dwight Clark Gymnasium. So for Jennifer Hawkins, I'm Mark Mize.